I'm Lisa Johnston, the editor-in-chief of Consumer Goods Technology. Welcome to the next big thing, where we take a look at what's new and next in an important topic. Today, we're talking about the latest developments in artificial intelligence and what they could mean for the consumer goods industry. So I'm excited to be speaking with Michael Klein of Talkdesk. Michael, welcome.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you.
It's great having you here. Get us started. Tell us just quickly a little bit about yourself and your role at Talkdesk.
Yes, I actually just joined Talkdesk as the head of retail product marketing. I'm a lifelong retailer. I started on the shop floor quite a few years ago as in New York City as a merchant marketer, and spent a lot of time with large software companies heading up messaging for the retail industries, and really excited to be here at Talkdesk, where we are a leader in contact center software, and our mission is to rid the world of bad customer experiences. So I'm happy to be here with you today.
Okay, well, it's great to have you here. So we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence, which isn't anything new. It's not new in the consumer goods industry for sure, but it is getting a renewed shot of attention thanks to the wider use of generative AI. So in your conversations, when you're talking with retailers and brands, how is this, how are they evolving their strategies to account for this?
Yeah, well, so you're exactly right. This is nothing new for AI and retail, because retailers have been using AI for quite a few years, primarily in the operations side of the business, where we've seen supply chain for inventory forecasting, warehouse optimization, merchandising for price promotions and assortment planning and optimization, as well as with customer service. And there are three specific areas of Gen AI, or three types of, not Gen AI, Gen AI is one of the three, but there are three types of AI that we see being used, and that is predictive, interpretive, and now Gen AI. And it's going to be important to understand that they're all three are going to still be very important, even though there's this emergence of Gen AI. And I think it was IDC that predicted that by 2027, globally, there'll be over $500 billion spent investing in AI, but only 29% is going to be Gen. So we have to continue to realize that all AI is very valuable. But the shift, as you asked, in terms of the strategy that I see, is going from operations into customer experience, and not just driving operational efficiencies and bottom line type KPIs and performance, but really also top of funnel, and seeing how great customer experiences and how delivering on the promise of personalization, conversational commerce is going to be able to be employed, and we're actually going to be able to have that come to reality that we've been talking about for so many years. So I see this shift from operation going into customer experience and personalization and marketing.
Okay, well, that's interesting, and I can see what you mean. So organizations, they don't want to get swept up in the hype, but there is a very real first mover advantage in some instances. So how can retailers and brands be more strategic about their AI investments?
I think the ones that have been doing a good job as first movers are understanding the resources they have. They understand what their business is and the use cases that they need to employ that can leverage artificial intelligence. So this can't just be the bright and shiny, as you said, the hype of the C-suite coming down and saying, well, I keep reading about this thing, AI, we need to be doing something. There really needs to be a very strategic plan on what are the use cases. Are these use cases around customer service? Are these use cases around marketing and creative and being able to put out more campaigns quicker and faster with more variations and iterations to be able to address different audiences? So really having that clear understanding of what the use cases are, understanding what I often call is the crawl, walk, run, and that we have to start with a very specific defined set of use cases and not try to do everything. And then eventually get to the walk phase, being able to do more, bringing in more data, and then also then running and having AI perhaps affect multiple facets of the business. But if you try to do everything and think that AI is going to be the silver bullet that turns your business completely around, you're going to be fooled, and you really need to be basic and then take this on a journey. It's not a destination. It's definitely a journey of leveraging AI.
Don't eat the elephant in one bite, as they say, or don't.
Exactly.
Uh, but it is an exciting technology, right? I mean, that is why people are sitting up and taking notice. So where are you most excited about the potential of AI, or the use of AI? Where do you see true innovation?
I'll go back to the earlier statement around customer experience and the elements of driving a great customer experience and how we can really deliver on this promise of personalization and also the concept of conversational commerce. Uh, we all started to see, it was about 10 years ago when Amazon introduced the first Echo and Alexa, and we were all talking to Alexa, and we all realized that it was very simplistic. We could know what the weather was. We knew how much time it was going to take to time an egg, and it could help us with cooking a recipe. But from a shopping perspective and a commerce perspective, it was very basic. And if I didn't speak to Alexa very specifically, I would get bad results. It was a very poor experience. So I see that we're going to really be able to jump forward in this idea of conversational commerce. And it's not just shopping, it's being able to do a better job and streamline uh, order inquiries, returns, uh, being able to understand what the right products are for me at any particular moment in my shopping journey, understanding and then being able to deliver on the personalization promise, because we know that depending on what report you look at, 70 to 80% of consumers are looking for personalized experiences, but only 30% of them are actually getting the type of experience they want. So what I'm excited about is with large language models, with artificial intelligence, whether it be predictive, interpretive, or generative, we're going to be able to really increase and improve experiences for customers and deliver on these promises that we've been talking about to consumers for so many years, that we'll be able to personalize, we'll be able to have conversations with you in any channel, whether it be online and offline, as if you're dealing with a high-touch human experience.
Besides trying to run before you can walk, what are some of the misconceptions when it comes to investing in AI?
I always think about the human resource element. And you've maybe heard this statement before, and I'm a huge proponent of it, that AI is not going to replace humans, but humans using AI will replace other humans or replace your job, depending on whoever is providing that statement. It's the fear of losing a job to the robot or to the AI. And we certainly will see more efficiencies, but I'm much more of a big proponent of being able to not do more with less, but do more with your existing resources. So being able to leverage AI so that you can focus your attention, your resources to higher value activities. If we think about the call center, and there are certain brands out there that are doing a great job that are taking the monotony of customer experience, customer service, and reskilling those call center agents to be able to do better job of selling, being able to provide better advice and expertise to their customers rather than answering a question like, where's my order? Or how do I return a product that I'm not happy with? So I think that those type of examples and getting away from the hype or the concern or the misconception that our world is going to be run and led by robots and AIs is not true. And that it is those humans, those resources that leverage and tap into the power of AI to be able to do more with the resources that they have.
Because you shared a lot of great insights with us. Any final takeaways, though, that you'd like to leave with us regarding the use of AI in retail and consumer goods?
The one thing that I always want to stress and make sure is, again, this can be a very bright and shiny object. And the foundation of all of this is data. And you really need to, as a brand and an enterprise, need to go through an exercise of making sure you have high integrity of your data. Because it could be garbage in, garbage out. And if you don't have good data foundation and the ability to really build the right large language models and bring together all these different sources of data that's going to really power the AI and the models, you're going to be at a disadvantage. So step one, I would say for anyone, is you have to make sure before you go down this path of investing too much in AI, is really making sure that your data is in the right place, it has integrity, and you have governance and privacy rules and boundaries around it, because we know that consumers are very sensitive to how their data is being used. So data privacy and governance, I would say, is the one area that we didn't touch on in our first few questions and conversation. And I would make sure that you have that in place before you go too far down this path.
Makes sense. Definitely have to start off on the right foot. Well, Michael, that's great words to leave us with. I want to thank you for joining us to talk about artificial intelligence on the next big thing.
Thanks, Lisa, for having me.